Hey, what is up, Ballsville players, diehards, degenerates, War Room, Discord players? We have a big show, guys. We have a lot of fun planned. We have a live draft that we're going to get right into. This draft is going to be for the mini leagues. It is a $4 entry, but you can see last year's winner won $760 off of a $4 investment. That is what we do around Ballsville. The wagering element gives you a chance at big payouts, but you also have great odds, a chance to win in your league. Right away, guys, we're just going to go ahead and jump into what we have going on. Our draft board is up and center. We're going to kick this thing off, and we're going to bring up the players as they come up on the board. First up on the board, we have Sorry for Cussing, our own Christopher. Next up, we have Addison. That's Addie from League Champ. We have Commissioner on the board. That's our fan cred friend, Mr. Armin. He'll be joining us. At the 4 spot, DGen Ethan. And then we have Sticky Picky at the 5, Brady at the 6, Todd Barber at the 7. Those 3 will not be joining us tonight on camera. Todd is actually resting up after a surgery. So good luck to you, Todd. We hope you get a chance to tune in, and good luck in this draft tonight. Coming in at the 8, we have Ali. He is the runner of the War Room Discord, our friends over there. Sarah, our co-host over here at the 9 spot. And at the 10, we have Ty Swada. And then standing in for me at the 11, we have our manager, Zach. That's ZDub808. And bringing in the rear, we have Cherry Poppins. So excellent name there, guys. Let's go ahead and kick this draft off. We're going to I feel like our first pick is in. Let's go ahead and bring our guy up on the board. Christopher at the 101. Big surprise, you took one Josh Allen. Tell us why you picked Josh Allen at the 101.
I just feel like there's not going to be many opportunities, especially in Superflex, for me to take him. So I might as well take him where I can get him. I think you're only going to get him in the 1 spot or the 2 spot this year. So that's my thinking there, and I trust him more than I trust May.
At the 102, we have Mr. Drake May. Just bring this guy in. At the number 3 spot, we have Mr. Armin, our commissioner for Fan Cred, who is picking there. So Drake May at the 102. That's something that we keep seeing, especially in Dynasty. He's going as high as the 101, which kind of blew everybody's mind because it started as soon as we hit the offseason before championship week. So at the number 3, we got Bijan Robinson going to Armin. Armin, why don't you tell us why Bijan is your number 3?
I went running back here, even though it's a super flex league. The Kevin Stefanski hire is a pretty good running back positive, and Bijan, one of the best in the league. I had trouble picking quarterback early in a lot of super flex leagues last year. I picked Lamar, and that kind of burned me a little bit. So might be some short-term PTSD. So I think Bijan's a good spot here.
Yeah, the Lamar pick looked good early on and then just kind of fizzled out. So I'm with you there. He got me a couple times too. What about you, Chris? You think Bijan is your 103 here in this format?
I think Bijan is the best position player in the draft. So anywhere in the top 4 or 5, and he's good to go depending on what quarterbacks get taken before. But yeah, he's right on with that 3rd pick.
No, I like it a lot, and you're going to see kind of there's a definitive top 3 at running back, and if you don't get one of those top 3, it starts to get real insecure real quick. I like it. I like it a lot, and this is a 12-team redraft best ball league. We do these rookie inclusive. The rookies are in sleeper, but you have to go digging for them. They're buried, so you got to know your stuff here. But this gives you a chance at scooping up players like Omarion Hampton in round 6, which is what we saw last year. Our Jackson Dart in round 15, which is what we saw last year. So if you know your stuff, you can capitalize on the value here. And again, a $4 entry can win you, $760. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Coming up at the 4 spot, DGen Ethan. What are we looking at, Ethan?
Pick is in. Gotta go with Jahmyr Gibbs. Just as good as just as good as Bijan Robinson, but Bijan Robinson was not on the board for me. I mean, the board's going how I expected it to go so far. I would have been happy with either of those, with any of them guys. Can't be mad at Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Jahmyr Gibbs is a great player. If Montgomery leaves and he has a whole backfield to his own, there's nobody stopping him.
Absolutely. So Armin, let me ask you, you agree with that? Let me ask you like this. If you're drafting 10 leagues, are you taking Bijan in all 10 leagues, or is there a percentage where you're taking Jahmyr Gibbs?
I mean, I'm taking Bijan every time over Gibbs. I do like Gibbs there. Like if Bijan got taken second, I would have been hard pressed to pick Gibbs. I think Gibbs is more explosive. Bijan will probably get you that high floor. I think Gibbs has a higher ceiling. So,
what about you, Chris? You taking Bijan over Gibbs in every draft?
I'm taking Bijan over Gibbs in every draft, but I would argue that there's a space between Bijan and Gibbs to throw in 2 or 3 wide receivers. In my opinion, I'd throw Puka, JSN, and Jamar Chase probably in that same area as he's got Gibbs. So just pick your poison. I mean, I would imagine he's not taking Gibbs at 1-4 in every single league that he's drafting 1-4. I mean, I would imagine he's going to spread his ownership out in that position.
All right, guys. So the next 3 players will not be joining us on camera. So we'll take a little time to tell you a little bit more about what we have going on. We have Super Bowl squares. If you guys are interested in those, reach out to our manager, Sarah M21. She'll be joining us on the show here in a few minutes. She'll bring you into the channel, and you'll be able to pick your squares. They're $5, $10. Good times there. We have dynasty leagues that are going to continue to drop tonight, right after the show. League number 9 is going to drop in the hub. If you're in the sleeper hub, check that out. And at the end of the show here, we're going to be giving away free entries to what we have drafting tonight, the mini leagues, $4 entries. We're going to give away 2 of them, and we're going to tell you how you guys can get in on the next bonus league, which is going to have extra incentive. It's going to release early. It's going to be League 102, Luigi. So lots of stuff going on. And while we have time here, since the next guy won't be on camera, I want to talk to you, Armin. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got going on over there with FanCred and where we can find you?
Oof, JSN, good pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Super Bowl on my mind for sure. But FanCred is trying to bring credibility, make it more visible in the fantasy community. That's our ultimate goal, fantasy credibility. We have a lot of tools for commissioners and players, like accepting payments, doing payouts, other league management tools, and a lot more on the roadmap to come. But yeah, our main mission is to, there's a lot of orphans out there. There's a lot of scammy commissioners. And so the goal is to get those ratings for everybody, not just commissioners, but also league mates on how good is this player? Do they stay in a league for a long time? Are they active in trade talks? Things like that. We want to start collecting that information. We thought the best way was providing the best tools so people can adopt the platform and then have ratings at the end of the season. So that's the ultimate mission, building something great. And it's fun being part of the community and connecting with communities like Ballsville. And I'm having a blast. And you could tell, like, I love football. I'm actually going to the Super Bowl in a couple weeks. So
that's exciting.
Still got to buy my ticket, but I'm waiting. I'm playing the waiting game, but I got everything else.
Absolutely. And if you guys see the QR code up here on screen, that is a direct link to Armin's his account, his socials. I think it's a TikTok account. You can go and follow him there. Take your chance on long shots. Invest in a little bit of what FanCred has going on. What I really like about your platform is the rating system. At the end of the season, it gave me the option to grade out my players that participated, and everybody got high grades. Everybody got a little notch for not voting because we like our winners to get paid out. So if you don't win, you got to be there to vote, because if you win next year, you're going to want those players to be there to vote too. Um,
Exactly.
are we held up? Is Brady going to pick here? What do we have? 40 seconds? I think we can knock these timers down after this pick. Okay, there we go. Puka Nakua at the 5. Ethan, let's go to you. What do you think of Puka at the 5 there? Or at the 6, sorry.
I think he's frozen.
He might be frozen.
Can y'all hear me
That's
now?
a good-looking frozen face.
What? Yeah, my computer is bugging. Do I look fine now, or is everything?
It's cool. It's only our biggest show, Ethan. Let's get your opinion here on Puka Nakua at the 6th spot. You taking him?
I'm embarrassed now, but not absolutely. I mean, he's out of all the receivers that Chris said, he's definitely the best out of Puka, JSN, and Chase. Puka's a different animal, man. He's the best one out of them. Hopefully, his longevity lasts till. I mean, this is redraft, so it doesn't matter. So he's the best. Yeah.
You and I actually made a trade, and it's a pretty prominent trade because I can't wait to see how it plays out during the season. Because I feel like it was a trade that equaled value and gave us both what we needed in our rosters. Absolutely. You guys in the comments can tell us what you think. So I traded away essentially Puka Nakua, who I took at the 8, George Pickens, and a 10th rounder. I got back Justin Herbert, Ladd McConkey, Josh Jacobs, and the 201. Chris, did you follow that exchange right there? What do you think about that?
Well, that sounds good to me.
What about you?
You
like that?
I was getting ready to change the timer if you wanted me to change the timer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in all fairness, I told everybody here to give us the full 3 minutes, but 3 minutes seems like an eternity when we're sitting here, right?
You want 2 minutes?
Yeah, let's do 2. Let's speed it up a little bit. So right here after Todd, we're going to get start cycling in through the next wave of guests. We have the War Room guys coming up. We have Sarah coming in. And then, okay, the pick is in. That is Jamar Chase at 1-7. 1-6-7.
1-7.
You taking Jamar Chase there, Chris?
Yeah, that's right where I'd probably take him with these players that are left. That's like the end of the elite for me right there.
Absolutely. Well, I think my sweet spot is the 108. I want to say there's one more stud player. I don't want to look and see who's missing because it'll show all the players on the board to the audience. But we'll see when it's picked. Yeah, good stuff. So coming up next is Alibaba. And if you guys aren't in his Discord, oh, there he goes. He picked in. So we're going to bring Ali in. We're going to say bye to Chris for a minute. We'll bring you back at the end of the next round, sir.
Bye, Chris.
Hello, everybody.
Ali. Hi, everybody. This is Ali, Alibaba. A lot of you are in here waiting to see him. Ali, go ahead and tell us why you picked Lamar Jackson there at the 8th spot.
Well, to be honest with you, first of all, thank you for having us, Alex. Really grateful for the opportunity. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of taking QB in the first round, but you guys kind of forced my hand. I was kind of hoping for Chase or Puka, but here we are. I'll take Lamar at the 108 though.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a great value. We got a new system going into Baltimore over there. Armin, you like that pick? What do you think Lamar's outlook for the year is with the new coaching staff?
Lamar is elite still. I obviously had a bad time with him last year. I'm concerned. You don't really know what the offense is going to be. You don't even know if he's going to be in Baltimore. We'll see. It's a worthwhile pick to take a shot on if your other elite options are gone.
Yeah, I just
absolutely.
Feel like 108. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, here we go, guys. The pick is about to be in. We're going to say farewell to Mr. Armin. We'll pick up with you at the end of the next round. And we're going to go ahead and bring our soundboard host on, Miss Sarah M21. Sarah, how are you tonight? And tell us why you picked JJ there at the 110.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? This whole draft has been so different from last year. JSN against Puka in that last game, and then seeing these two happen this way was pretty wild. I picked JJ because he's still JJ. When your worst career numbers are still over 1,000 yards, I'm gonna pick you when you drop this far, right? So I mean, I don't know. Like, I just hope that him and McCarthy just get some connections, because even without it, he was over 1,000 yards. So I gotta just hope it gets better from here.
What about you, Ethan? You agree? You like Justin Jefferson's outlook there? You think McCarthy takes a step up, or you think they bring in somebody new to kind of take the helm there?
I slightly disagree, just for a couple reasons. I do think the only way that Justin Jefferson can go is up, but he had a huge disappointing year last year. But the only way that he can go is up. I think McCarthy will take that step forward, but just based on what he did last year, I would let him drop just a little further. There's a couple more guys I'd probably rather have, but I love Jefferson. I hope that he can make that step up again, how he's been playing in the past.
Fair.
Yeah, I agree. The person is elite. The situation is not. We see that all too often in the NFL, and careers can go by, and all we have is hope. We're going to say farewell to Ethan. We're going to bring on our final guest of the show, Mr. Ty Swada, to tell us why we picked Genty here at the 10 spot. How you doing?
Hey guys, yeah, I had to take Genty here. It was in between this and another running back that I will not name because I don't want anybody else to pick him on the turn. Genty is looking toward the future very positively. New quarterback, new offensive scheme. I can't wait to see what happens this year. He provided so much fantasy output last year with the worst quarterback situation. So I'm just really excited for Genty.
All right, guys. So if you look at this QR code, this is going to be your link to the War Room Discord. And this is a very nice place for people to congregate. You're looking at two of the leaders here. Mr. Mo couldn't make it tonight. Hopefully we see him on a future episode. But we're going to go ahead and let Sarah navigate and talk to our War Room guys and kind of get to know what they're all about and what brought them here.
Yeah, for sure. So I was just looking at this next pick here because I know Z-Dubs is making his, but I'm also wondering who's going to come around the turn. So Ali, it seems like you kind of like have taken the lead and like created this whole community. And I just want to know what, what made you want to bring these people together, and, how did it all come together, and what can we expect in the War Room?
Yeah, of course. So like as many of you know, like I started in different Discord like last year. I didn't know much about Discord even before that. But it's not really me. There's actually 4 other owners, so we're all equal owners of the Discord. Mo was actually the one that actually created everything for us, all the channels, came up with a logo and everything like that. So it's just been amazing to kind of see the community kind of come together, and I'm just excited for the growth. Like, yeah, I feel like
That's
it's more like a
super cool.
movement than a fantasy community, so it's really cool. Cool to see everybody.
Yeah, that's really awesome, and it's super cool that you've like joined forces with us here at Ballsville and with Alex, because we do some of the same things but some different things, and it's just cool to have like multiple communities that you can reach out to and do different things with, and everybody does something a little different, so it's really cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Collaboration's amazing.
Right, absolutely. Tyson, I hope that A-Chain wasn't the guy you were waiting for.
No, it was not.
So Tyson, how did you get involved, and what do you like about what's going on in the War Room?
Well, I really like what's going on in the War Room is that it's January and I'm already in 3 startups. It's a community full of degens that we're all thinking the same way. Anytime you ask a question in the community, it's answered.
Cool.
It's like from the start of the day to the end of the day, someone's on there to answer your questions or to talk to you. I met Ali last year, and I think I joined a random orphan, and we started talking, and we haven't stopped talking since. And he invited me onto the Discord, and ever since then we've been smashing heads.
Nice. I love it.
It's a nice
so
Discord.
Cool.
It's gorgeous. So you guys
Thank
did really good.
It's a beautiful
All credit to Mo.
All credit to Mo, yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah, I
Mo.
know. I'm trying to like recruit him to come spruce up our own.
So we've got St. Brown and A-Chain for the last 2. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about A-Chain going before a couple of these other high-end running backs?
I definitely thought that A-Chain wasn't going to make it back to me, but it wasn't the pick I was hoping to come back. He's so young and versatile. He's perfect for what we love in fantasy, being able to catch the ball and run.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about the Miami situation as right now, so it kind of scares me, but
Sure.
I do love Devon A. Chan.
Hey, and there goes JT. All right, another guy I didn't think would go before. No.
So what's cool, guys, is that with the help of our own Sticky Picky, who is in this draft board, he's actually in chat right now. We have our own ADP tool. If you go to the website, ballsvillegame.com, it's right here on your toolbar. It's brand new ADP. Right now, I have this sorted by last year's mini leagues draft. So we'll go over the first round last year. It was Josh Allen at the 101, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels at the 3, Jamar Chase at the 4, Hurts at the 5. You notice he's not in the first round. Justin Jefferson at the 6, Joe Burrow at 7, Bijan down at the 8, Saquon at 9, Jahmyr Gibbs at 10, CD and Amon-Ra rounding out the first round. So a little bit of changeover.
Hey, St. Brown in the same spot, huh?
Yeah, but we got Genty that moved up, JSN that moved up. We can actually go back and look and see where JSN was in this last draft. At the 311. Wow, that would have been that's a league winner value right there. And also, guys, while we're watching these picks come back, we are doing a free entry tonight. The key word is Mario. This is League 101 Mario. Division 1 of the mini leagues is the Nintendo division. And so, Sarah, you want to talk about when the next soundboard's coming up and what we can look forward to there?
Yeah, guys. So, okay. So next week, February 4th, Wednesday. Wednesdays is usually when we do the soundboard. Next Wednesday is actually going to be the last soundboard for a couple of months. I'm going to take a little bit of a break during the off season from the podcast. I'll still be drafting with y'all. I'm going to be in tons of mini leagues. I love best ball. I do a lot of best ball. I'll still be chatting and hanging out and everything, but I am going to take just a little bit of a pause on the podcast and let Alex take it away with the Ballsville game stuff. And also cross our fingers. We're getting that Rookieville back too, which is going to be great. It looks like it's my turn. Nice. I'm looking forward to that. And I was actually really hoping that he would still be here. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but, and I'm sorry, Ali, if you were going to take him here, but I'm actually surprised that CMC and Barkley are still on the board because I do expect both of them to still have really, really good years in 2026. So I'm a little surprised, but hey, you know, I definitely think they'll have better years than any rookies will.
I actually had a feeling that Tyson was going to snipe me on that pick.
I thought about CMC. I did.
I couldn't believe it's still there, honestly. But...
that one broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
So sorry.
So at the 203, guys, we had Jeremiah Love go off the board. That's going to be our first rookie coming out of Notre Dame. He's pretty much the consensus 101 in all formats, from what I hear. We are early in the offseason, so I haven't really looked at the rookie tape myself. Do you guys do that? When do you wait to get caught up on rookies? We'll go to you, Ali.
I would say usually like around March or April, like right up to like when the draft kind of starts gaining that hype. I'll be honest, like I'm not the best at like scouting rookies. Like in the Discord, I would say probably Chad and Kyle are really good at like rookie profiling, things like that. But I would say for myself personally, like right around like early March to mid-April, that's kind of like the season that I take to learn about the rookies. And
what about you, Ty?
Yeah, I'm around the same time, I would say. I don't usually get into the rookie hype this early on, but watching Jeremiah Love in the games I did watch is too tasty to not take at the 203. Genty went last year at the 201. So
and look what happened to all those
following suit here.
Look, you guys, I am so burnt out on taking like rookie RBs early now. Like everyone's in a committee. None of the rookies are getting like good plays. And if they get too much play, they get injured for like 6 weeks. So I'm like, I'm so over rookie running backs and best balls.
His landing spot should be New Orleans, and that should work out for him if Kamara just silent quit.
I mean, this is what we think. Yeah, this is what we think every time about all these rookies.
Yeah, they always break our hearts. So he's gonna go chair
Jesse,
somewhere.
Everyone was so excited. No, I mean,
certainly Kendra Miller's not taking Jeremiah Love's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So Sarah, we're gonna go ahead and start letting you go. I know you got some stuff to get to tonight. Do you have any parting words before we get out of here?
No, just finish off what I was saying before. Sorry, got caught up with my pick, but I'm gonna take a couple months of a break. We're gonna be doing the Ballsville game, Rookieville. I might come in as a guest sometimes, but don't worry, guys. Soundboard is gonna come back later in the summer, and we're gonna get things going. Please hit me up for Super Bowl squares, y'all. I'll give you all the details. Just DM me either on Sleeper, Sarah M21, or over on Discord.
Absolutely. All right. With that said, let's all say goodnight to Sarah. Good night,
What's up,
Sarah.
guys?
Thank you for
Yes,
joining.
Sarah.
All right, guys, let's bring Ethan back on the stage. He's going to be coming up here soon. I wanted to give you guys props, War Room guys. The Discord is amazing. It's a lot of fun, and just the way that you guys are able to facilitate, a safe space for all these players. I've been calling them refugees in my head. For those of you that know, if you don't know, there was a big release of dynasty leagues that just poofed into the ether. I'll turn it over to you, Ty Swada. I don't know how much you want to say about it, but there's a lot of people affected, and you guys were there for them.
I won't get into too much details about it, but I'm really happy that we were able to start a community for all of these people to come in and feel a lot safer, away from a lot of the artificial intelligence slop that was getting thrown around, and more about organic conversations about different fantasy teams and different fantasy moves.
Ollie, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I just feel like we're hoping to grow back that trust that's been broken, obviously, in the community right now. Like you go on Reddit, you go on like the Dynasty threads on Sleeper, like everything you hear about is that Discord. So it's unfortunate that I was a part of that. But we're just hoping that with this community, like we're just building a place for collaboration, just friendliness, openness, and just building that trust back in the Sleeper community. So it's excited to have everybody in there.
All right, and then before I let you guys go, I'm gonna take you guys off stage and bring up the next couple of guests. Ethan, you're in that Discord, and you're a very active member of our community, and it's good to see you representing Ballsville and other spaces. How do you like it there, and what do you see for the future of the War Room?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I'll just be honest. I haven't been getting Discord notifications like sometimes I'll get them and sometimes I don't. But so I'll try to pop in there as much as I can, and I love it in there. I mean, it's I mean, they're active in there. We're active in Ballsville. It's good to be a part of active community with no bad vibes. Everybody's just talking about the same thing. Every time somebody has a question, we get an honest response most of the time. And, just being around good people, and we're all trying to win. So,
all right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys head out of here. I'm gonna bring Chris back, and he's gonna recap the second round for us and tell us who's been taken off the board. So we'll bring you back here in a minute. Chris, welcome back on stage. You want to read off this second round, and we'll bring in our next guest?
Sure thing. You know what? I think I'm going to have to go dart here.
QB run.
Yeah. And now do I take a third one or?
No.
Oh, I put you on you're on the clock. My bad. All right, I'll read it off. It's Jonathan Taylor at the 201. Drake London, Jeremiah Love, Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Bucky Irving going at the 3-6, Jaden Daniels, and then Saquon Barkley. And the QB run at the end of the round is Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Caleb Williams, which is an interesting guy because he's going all over the board. Sleeper ADP hasn't caught up. I've seen him at the back end of the first round. I've taken him there as well in startups, but that's Dynasty. And then Jackson Dart, who's also not making it to the end of the second round in startups. If we move over to our ADP from last year, the second round was Puka Nacua, Patrick Mahomes, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, Drake London, A.J. Brown, so wide receivers, Derrick Henry, Brock Bowers, Devon A-Chain, Christian McCaffrey, and Ashton Genty bringing up the end of the second round. So very interesting stuff, guys. But drafting at the number 2 spot, taking Drake May and Caleb Williams, 2 young studs to start his quarterback room, is our next guest. That'll be Mr. Addison. our friend from League Champ, who is actually around for the Senior Bowl, right? What are you up to, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, how you guys doing? Happy to be here.
Glad
Just
to
got
have
back from the late practice. I heard we weren't doing rookie evals, but I'm coming in here with takes. But actually, I got to make my pick here real fast. Let's see.
So this is Mr. Addison from League Champs, guys. We had a mini game with him last year. It is actually a pretty cool app. Look for the duck with the glasses, and you make your rankings, and you can compete against league experts, right, Addison?
Yeah. You know, we're trying to make your side hobby turn into a side hustle here. We want to add in marketplace features, all sorts of new analytics. We just brought in college data, which was great for the Senior Bowl. We have comps for all the players. So if you're wondering about like who Jacoby Lane comps to and the outskirts of those Senior Bowl practices, it's really nice to be able to have that all in one place. So it's been really cool journey, and the Senior Bowl's a great experience. If you find yourself in Mobile, it's fantastic to be out here. Like, food's good, people were great, and got to see some great football. Defense was tearing it up out there.
Nice. So you're going to get a leg up on this. We asked everybody earlier, when did they start evaluating rookies? And here you are getting a firsthand look at some of these guys. So very cool. Glad to have you on. I'm glad you were able to make it. The QR code in this corner is going to take you to the socials. This is the TikTok. You can find good content from Mr. Addison and his co-host over there. Tell us a little bit about your co-host and who that gentleman is.
Yeah. You know, me and Chev have been doing this for about a year. You may know him as JC, Chev GPT, Chev 90. He goes by a lot of different names at this point, but he stars on the FFD every other night. He's on Player Profiler constantly. The guy is doing more in the industry than anybody I know, and he is just about the most knowledgeable guy out there. He was actually supposed to be at the Senior Bowl, but that ice storm really snowed him in. Shockingly, in Arkansas, they don't got a lot of snow plows.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said something like that. We have players that are affected by it. Our own Tennessee Nick is having to relocate due to the loss of power that's been ongoing there. We have Cyborg, who's often in the chat, and he's down in Texas and trying to stay warm. So prayers out to you guys. We hope it gets better quick. Ethan, we're gonna go ahead and let you off stage here for a minute and bring on Armin.
We got Armin here.
The reason why I know you, Addison, is because of Armin, because Armin held a contest on Sleeper last year for some of the players in the industry, and that's how we got to know each other. Armin, what made you do that, and how'd you get to meet Mr. Addison here?
And getting more ingrained into the fantasy community online, I was like, there's so many like leaders here. Let's go ahead and put it like a fantasy community captains league. I called it the FCC, and some of the people that I reached out on Discord was like, oh, you should talk to this guy. And so it was just a network all coming together. And so it was cool to put that together. I'll be doing it again next year. It's going to be hosted by FanCred, sponsored by FanCred. So yeah, it's a great thing.
I dig it. Chris, are you familiar with FanCred and with League Champ? I think you were part of that promo last year for League Champ, right?
I was. I think I came in second or something in that season.
Yep,
long.
Narrowly missed it.
Yeah, that was rough.
All right, guys, timers got reduced to 1 minute. Let's see a little bit more action as the pod goes on. We are in the heart of it. And speaking of League Champ, Addy, you do a lot of contests for jerseys, which is something I happen to know. Is that correct?
Yeah. We're running 2 actually for the NFL draft. A full fantasy player one. Every guy from the first round to the 7th. We have all 500 PFF highest rated wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends. And we also have a first round draft contest where you're just going for order. So we're keeping it going during the offseason. We have one going for the Super Bowl. I gotta get that one set up. But it's been fun. We have a lot of great analysts doing good work there. We had Benny, Austin, guys from Dynasty Gambit winning most recently. But people from all over the industry are really doing great work out there. And to be honest, like it's one of the reasons I love Ballsville so much. You guys are given a good, active community and a chance for people to parlay their winnings. I want to do the same sort of thing. Like if I can build an app that helps people in this community, then I'm happy with the work I'm doing. But, I'll be honest, like the guy who's going to help the community the most is actually on the far left here. Armin does some freaking incredible stuff at FanCred. I know I'm going to make him blush, but I absolutely love what they're doing over there.
Appreciate you, Addy.
Yeah, I said it myself. I said one day FanCred is going to be bigger than all of us, so I actually do believe that. I like the work that you put in.
It's going to be bigger because of you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? This is where it starts, guys. We got to know him last year. There was actually we meet a lot of players, so I've run into people that have dealt with Armin before I ever knew him, and I've ran into a person recently, can't remember their name. But they said that they get a lot of jerseys in contests. And I said, oh, how do you do that? And they said specifically, oh, my guy, a league champ. And I said, oh, that's pretty cool. We know who you're talking about. So
who
one of the War Room guys. I wish I could remember.
Love that. The War Room guys are great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of the War Room guys was actually saying how much he loves jerseys. So we'll have to hook you up with Ty Swada as we bring him back in here.
Oh, heck yeah.
So a little bit of Chargers run.
Chris, would you like to read off round 3 here as we get ready for this 12th pick?
Sure. I took that giant stack with Neighbors in the 3rd round, followed by Bowers. The 3rd pick of the round went to James Cook, followed by Justin Herbert. Then it was Goff. Nico Collins came in at the 6th spot. Bo Nix at the 7th spot. Trey McBride, arguably the best tight end in the league, in the 8th spot. Trevor Lawrence went 9. He's going to be a very, very big surprise this year. I think that offense is only going to get better. Ladd McConkey at the 10th spot. Amarian Hampton at the 11, and followed by the end of the round with Patrick Mahomes.
Chris, I think you may have misspoke. You said best tight end in the league, and it didn't start with Brock Bowers.
I mean, he didn't really show it in 2025.
I think that was a team
I thought you were going to go with Colston Loveland.
Oh, Loveland.
Hey,
Loveland support.
Can't hate that. But Mendoza loves the tight end, man. Like that phrasing. But I think he is going to look great with Bowers. I'm pretty excited to see Bowers with a real QB.
I think he's gonna be like Las Vegas Jesus to the Raiders fans, man. He's gonna be coming in with such high expectations. All right, so we saw Hampton go off the board at the 311. Here's a quick clip of him last year going at the 611. So that's the kind of value. If you know your stuff last year, you're picking up Hampton at the 611. You might consider that a value at times. It is a best ball format. So when he did play and did score, it did help your team. So as we get into the thick of it, guys, we're at the 40-minute mark, and we've gone just over 3 rounds. So we're going to go ahead and start bringing everybody back on stage and kind of just bounce the ball around as this draft progresses, and then just let you know where you can find us, let you know at the end of the show where you can catch one of these bad boys. This is our Ballsville free entry, a $4 value. We have a long list of players that are going to be getting these in their DMs tonight or tomorrow. Because we're a week away from rolling out these leagues. We're going to fill them. They're all going to launch during the Super Bowl. It's going to be lots of fun, and we hope to see each of these people and you come join us. So welcome back, everybody. We'll go to to our War Room guys. Let's talk to Ali. Ali, you just picked Jacobs to go with Lamar Jackson, Trey McBride, and CeeDee Lamb. How are you feeling about your team there? We might have you muted.
Sorry about that, guys. I was muted.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I like the team so far. Yeah, I'm glad I got Jacobs there. Just had to get the first RB on the team, so happy so far. Yeah, I'll take it.
I like the balance approach. It gives you options coming up and lets you get value when the players drop to you. Ty Swata, you started RB with Genty and Jeremiah Love. We talked about Love. You went McConkey and AJ Brown. You feeling confident with them as your wide receiver ones? And who do you consider your wide receiver one in that pair?
McConkey for sure, my wide receiver one. I'm hoping that the offense is so much better this year. AJ Brown is kind of a dart throw to see what happens in this offseason. Maybe he gets traded. I'm hoping he gets traded and gets a better opportunity for more targets where he doesn't have to be the squeaky wheel.
Let me come to you, Addison. You seem to be, like we said, a leg up on the rookie players here. We had Bijan, Gibbs, Genty, A-Chain, Jonathan Taylor, and then Jeremiah Love going off the board in redraft as a running back 6. Do you agree with him at that value, and would you put him ahead of Christian McCaffrey?
I wouldn't put him ahead of McCaffrey. We're talking redraft here. McCaffrey gets the most touches in the NFL. Jeremiah Love is going to come in. He's going to be dynamic. When I was talking to Chev about him, I heard a lot of comps to like the Alvin Kamara's, Clint Portises of the world. And those guys are great players, but they took a bit to develop. And I think we're going to see the same thing from Jeremiah Love. He is a fantastic running back. You are going to get value there. At the 2-3, you aren't taking him too early, but you are hoping for ceiling there. And we saw what happened with G&T. There were a lot of G&T owners that watched the entire season wondering what could have been. And if Love ends up in one of those offenses where he doesn't actually get that opportunity, it's going to be a little bit scary for him.
Wow, I appreciate that, man. And then where do you think he goes? Are you watching these mocks? You think he goes to New Orleans, or you think that's just hope?
Yeah, I was actually staying with my buddy Rocco from Fourth and Fantasy over the Senior Bowl trip. He's a big Saints fan, and he is committed to the idea that Audric Estime, Devin Neal, and Alvin Kamara can round out that running back room. Personally, he's yelling, "Damn right they will," from the other room. He can hear me in there, but
that's excellent.
See you later,
we'd love to
Rocco.
have him on too. I actually follow him, so that's cool.
Yeah. But he's committed to thinking that they're going to be fine there. I could see him going to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that would be terrifying. The Jets always seem to blunder, and I could see them going real early with running back. But I don't know what offense is the right fit for him, because we're going to see a committee no matter what. Like, the NFL is staying away from these workhorse backs.
Yeah, and the Chiefs are picking at 9, right? I mean, that's within the realm of possibility. I mean, what needs do they have other than, shore up that running back room? That's a great take. Speaking of the Chiefs, DJ and Ethan here, his 4th pick was Rashee Rice to go with the Jahmyr Gibbs pick, and his quarterbacks are Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. Ethan, you feel pretty confident with this team and Rice as your wide receiver 1?
Yeah, I'm kind of betting on him that he's gonna play and not be suspended, and he ended with an injury, so I'm kind of betting that he'll. I'm not too worried about the suspension, honestly. I just know as long as I believe Pat's gonna be back, and I don't believe they're gonna. Rice did much work. He's done a lot of stuff, and he hasn't really. He seems to play every chance he gets as long as he's healthy. They only gave him 4 games for all that stuff last year that was going on. So I like the pick. I think Rice is up there with the best of them as long as he's playing.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. It was nice to see him come back last year and put up those 20 burgers right off the bat. First 2 weeks, he was number 1 in points per game because he came back with such a vengeance, or whatever you want to call it. But he was just ready to go.
Absolutely. He was, like top 1, top 2.
Hopefully we get Patrick Mahomes back sooner rather than later. I don't know if he's going to be healthy to start the season. We'll go over here to Chris, who took his picks at the turn. We have Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Dak Prescott, and then I wish Sarah had the sound music. We had our next rookie taken off the board. I have him right now. That's Mr. Carnell Tate coming out of Ohio State. Chris, tell us why you made that pick and how confident you feel about your team here with the 3 quarterbacks.
I think that Carnell Tate is probably, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in this class, and I believe if I wasn't mistaken, that a lot of rumors have him going to the Giants. So it makes a lot of sense to have a date with Neighbors and Dart there.
Super stack.
Yeah. I just figured this was my dart throw of the draft. Might as well take it now.
I dig it. All right. And then right after him, we had Mr. Addison. And if you guys don't know why I say it like that, it's like Agent Smith from Matrix, right? Mr. Addison. Why? But you started off with Drake May at the 2, Caleb Williams. We love those young quarterbacks. If this was Dynasty, that would have been a great value at Caleb. I have seen him go there, but our players are taking them at the early second round at the latest. Brock Bowers was your first skill position, so you shored up that tight end room. Brees Hall, who I love this year, and Ken Walker, who is spiking up the boards. Go ahead and tell us how you feel about your roster here to start this draft.
I mean, this is the highest testosterone team I could possibly have. I have Kenneth Walker and Brees Hall on this roster. But, Brees Hall is a potential free agent this year. He could end up on a roster that's a lot more fun. We were talking Chiefs. You could be looking at the Washington Commanders. You could be looking at the Saints. That would be an excellent spot for him to end up in. Kenneth Walker is dealing with that backfield on his own with Zach Charbonnet getting hurt. Personally, I believe in Brock Bowers. We saw some incredible games from him last year. He's been a great prospect. And hey, you guys may or may not know it, but I'm a huge Bears fan. So getting Caleb at the end of the second round, I'm from Chicago. I grew up on Addison Street. My parents weren't very creative, but I could not be happier to be getting him here. I've been taking him at like the 104 in Dynasty startups. So maybe I'm the crazy one here, but I took him at the 8. He places the ball in a way that very few quarterbacks in the NFL can actually do. Pat Mahomes is one of them. Josh Allen's another, and Caleb could be that next guy that is the starting quarterback that you need. Also, fun fact of the year, the only quarterback with over 5 runs of 20-plus mile per hours, Caleb Williams.
Wow. I have a feeling that Caleb is going to shatter that, the 4,000 yard burst for
low bar.
I mean, it seems like it's all connecting over there for him. That Ben Johnson effect has really elevated that team. They brought it down to the wire. Could have been them. But the way that it turned out, we have the Seahawks, Ken Walker's own Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I know one person that loves to hear that. We have Mr. Armin here, fan cred commissioner, starting off the draft with Bijan Robinson. Love the pick. Jalen Hurts as his quarterback 1. James Cook at RB2. Tedoroa McMillan and Jamo Williams. Tell us about your team and how excited you are to watch these Seahawks.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. I'll just say I'm going to the Super Bowl. Super excited. Could talk about the Seahawks all day. Sam Darnold is one of those that you should have talked about, Addy. No, I'm just kidding. But this team right here, James Cook is someone I have in like pretty much all my leagues. I think I have the highest like player share of him and he's paid off well. So I had to get him there. I wasn't going to get him anywhere else. Tet, shout out to the U of A, bear down. He showed a lot of good things this year as a rookie. I think it's just going to get better for him next year, especially with Bryce Young. I think he's in a contract year, right? So there's going to be some special things going on there. And Jameson Williams, I think, is a good best ball pick. He's getting more involved in that offense, and hopefully he's more of a consistent player. But I was okay taking him here, especially since I punted on wide receiver early, so I'm just trying to make it up with some volatile players. Probably will continue to do that on the later end of the draft.
I like it. I actually like the build. I like the 2 stud RBs. In my opinion, right around this time, you start to see people reaching for RBs. They become there's always one position. Last year, I think it was RBs too, where it was you're reaching early or you're reaching far, because we're going to see some of these players. I don't want to board talk, but you'll see how far they're going to be on ADP, and you'll see how far players are willing to reach to grab those players.
I do have people. I gotta go. I got some kids to feed. Having
No,
some food
absolutely.
to do. But thanks for having me on the pod. I really appreciate it. Ballsville, great community, and then all the other communities coming on here too. So it's great to see. And I'll definitely be in touch with everyone here. So
All right, good to see you, Harmon. Thank
Go
you for
Hawks.
dropping in.
All right, man.
All right, guys, that's his QR code. One more time, if you want to get involved in the Fan Cred socials, go ahead and scan that code and go and hang out with Armin and see what he's got to offer. We used Fan Cred last year, and it played out really well. Our players got paid. His rating system is a one-of-a-kind thing that I do appreciate, because they can rate me, I can rate you as players, and then you kind of – there's a consequence for being, that guy, right? I'm going to talk to the War Room guys. Let's get Ollie's opinion on the players that can't speak up here. For Sticky Picky, we have JSN, who he took at the 5, Saquon Barkley, Jared Goff as his QB1, Kyron Williams, Sam Darnold, and he just took RJ Harvey at RB3. What do you think about this build?
It's an interesting build. I feel like the only pick that I kind of disagree with is Harvey. I feel like there's better value in the wide receiver range in that area. But I like the rest of the team, like JSN, Saquon. You can never go wrong with that star, and then you have 2 solid quarterbacks. I love it.
Okay, I also kind of like that too. The RB position is, like I said, the first to dry up. We'll go to you, Ty. For Brady, he picked Puka Nacua to start his draft. That was at the 6th spot. Jaden Daniels as his QB1, Nico Collins, and George Pickens as his wide receiver 3. Pickens is a guy who is going one of the guys I told you, that you're reaching for, because ADP hasn't caught up yet. In Dynasty, he's going at like the 4-1 and stuff, when he's probably going to spike up there. And then he has Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins at RB. Do you like that build?
That's probably one of my favorite wide receiver rooms.
Yes.
Pickens is one of my favorite wide receivers coming into this year. Nacua, I just took in a draft at 102 because I like him that much. And then the RB room, there's a lot of potential there. I just am unsure about Judkins coming into the season.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think it's going to kind of hinge on who his quarterback 2 is going to be. Ethan, let's go to you here. We have Todd Barber, and he's got Jamar Chase, Bucky Irving, Bo Nix, and Baker Mayfield at quarterbacks, Emeka Egbuka, and Colston Loveland as his tight end. Go ahead and tell us what you think about that build.
Everything's pretty spot on to me. I like everything. I think Bo Nix goes about where he should go, even though I don't like him. The only thing I really disagree with is the Egbuka pick, just because he fell off the way he did. We all seen him. The fall off was just unreal last year. I hate to say it, but Bucks probably need another injury for him to sustain the level he started at last year. Because he started, having a great year last year, but the end was just a drop off like no other. So I think somebody needs to get out of the rotation for him to remain a star level role, like where he's going in the 5th round.
How do you feel about Mike Evans rumors? Because it's rumored that Tampa Bay is actually thinking of letting him walk. Like, do you think that actually opens up a role for Egbuka?
Absolutely. If Evans goes, I could feel like Egbuka jumps that number 1 role, and that becomes Baker's guy, because that's how it was looking last year for the longest. And I believe Evans was shelved some games. Godwin was shelved half the year. Egbuka was that guy. So if they let Evans walk, which Evans is to me is the old reliable, Egbuka could have a top 15, 20 year realistically.
Honestly, I don't think that it's going to be a clear-cut wide receiver 1 situation there. I like McMillan, and I like Godwin this split wide receiver 1 duties.
Well, we just need Baker to bounce back. I think Baker played through injury this year, and it really showed. He's going to get a new OC again. So we'll see how it plays out there. Egbuka going at the 5.7 here. Last year, he went at the 10.4. So I would consider that some pretty decent value. So we are getting up on the hour mark. We're going to speed through these last 2. Chris, I'm going to let you talk about Zach's here. This is Devon Achane Drake London, Amarion Hampton. I almost said Chris Brown. That's Chase Brown. Tyler Show and Mekhi Lemon, another rookie. So what do you think about this start here?
Very close to elite running back room. As long as Chase Brown doesn't start the way he did this year, with Burrow being back and healthy, it should help. Wide receiver, Mekhi Lemon. I mean, he's right up there with Tate, just about. London bounce back. He should be pretty good with Stefanski running the show. And talking about show, we got Shuck. I would probably try to get a better quarterback as my quarterback one, but we'll see how it pans out the rest of the way.
Absolutely, I dig it. Overall, not a bad one. So, Mr. Addison, before I go to you for this last roster, what do you think about Mekhi Lemon?
Well, the biggest thing for me about Mekhi Lemon is I was watching Jacoby Lane over the last 3 days at the Senior Bowl, and by far the most polished prospect there. He actually looked really healthy. He was making great routes. Like, he got himself open. The guy's 6'4" already. Like, we've seen Jacoby Lane produce so often, which is what makes me so impressed by Lemon, because Lemon overshadowed him in every single conceivable metric. Like, Lemon is a bona fide wide receiver one. He comps well to Malik Neighbors. I love the guy. I couldn't be happier with him. He's my wide receiver one in this class, and I think he is going to be fantastic.
Awesome. You see, that's the kind of stuff that I really want to hear is who, because there's a top 3 wide receivers, right? Prospectively.
Tyson too.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to see like what your take is on these receivers, and not just because they have a cool name or they look cool. We want to know like why you're picking these people and stuff, and that's kind of why we're here. So I love these drafts because we are at the start of this rookie season. We play this out through the combine, all the way up into the NFL draft. We usually draft 40 leagues, which we've done over the last 2 years. They all play against each other in week 15. Draft early, end early. We get out of the way, and then it's playoff time for your standard fantasy football league. All right, Mr. Addison, we got the last roster who can't speak for themselves, starting off with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Daniel Jones going in the 5th round, Jordan Tyson, Luther Burden, and Jalen Waddle bringing it up. What do you think about that?
Man, this team has so many players I love and a couple players I don't love. Amon-Ra is all reliable. Jonathan Taylor's in the same bucket. Like, you're getting consistent production from those guys week over week. Pat Mahomes, you're going to be waiting for a minute. Daniel Jones, you're probably going to be waiting about the same amount of time. That's a scary QB 1 and 2 to be relying on. And if A. Rich actually plays out, we could be dealing with an actual QB competition. I know that one probably warrants a couple laughs because, like, how is that actually going to happen? But still, past that, Jordan Tyson's a good pick there. Luther Burden falling all the way to 7-12 is terrifying. That's a great pick. He is the Bears wide receiver one, in my opinion. We saw enough from him there. Jalen Waddle, I still believe in Waddle, but my biggest evaluation metric is if you're fun in Madden. So when it comes down to it, the Xavier Worthies, Jalen Waddles, Marquise Browns have burned me enough times that I will not give a take on Jalen Waddle on this podcast.
So I'm glad it came up before we got out of here, because the Luther Burden Romo Dunze is really the most difficult choice that I've encountered in these drafts. It is something that I think is the reason why they're dropping to the end of this tier and going in front of Marvin Harrison, behind Marvin Harrison, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers even. I mean, this is a choice that nobody wants to take, and so it's making these receivers just continue to fall because everybody's waiting for the next person to take them. So look out for that in your drafts. It's something that I think is going to progress the same way throughout the whole offseason. And if you have a belief in one, like you just said, Burden, you would take him first. I think you got to kind of take your shot and just take who you believe in, capitalize on that value. Because, I mean, Chris, who would you rather have, one of these Bears receivers or Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers.
You would? What about you, Ethan?
Oh yeah.
I would rather have Zay Flowers by a lot.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm on an island. I think definitely.
I would
one of
rather
these
have
Bears
Burden.
receivers. I
Well, I'm not
would
gonna
take
say by a
Join you
lot.
on
It's
this
it's kind of close. I'm not gonna
Hey,
lie. It's not
if-
by a lot. I
if-
over exaggerated that.
If fantasy football was all about the fourth quarter only, you can take any Bears wide receiver. But it's a 4-quarter game. Give me Flowers.
What about you, Ollie? If you had a choice and you're on the clock and you only have one of these Bears wide receivers to pick, who are you picking?
It's honestly a toss-up, Alex. I'd probably go at Dunze. I just feel like he's shown more in the games that he's been healthy. Burden just kind of feels like he just came on late. Like, he's very talented. I love him, but like you said, like that offense is very, very competitive, and I just don't know. I just have a weird feeling about Burden. I don't know what it is. Just a gut.
How he just described Burden is exactly how I view Burden. Like I've never said it.
Yeah,
I just think he's a sell high.
I understand. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and pocket this draft board for now. If you want to go to the ballsvillegame.com and go and check out the ADP game, as soon as this draft ends, it will appear in our data here. That is a sticky picky way. I think the man's a bona fide genius, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to convince me otherwise. The website's beautiful. If you're here, you saw the old one. That was very amateur. That was me, all me. I did it by myself. I learned how to do it over the year. But it was very amateur, and this is some professional stuff. So you'll be able to come and look at these draft boards and see where these rookies are going for this year. You can look at all our data from all previous years and kind of get into the weeds. Mr. Addison, before we move on to the raffle here, you want to tell us a little bit more about what's coming up for you and League Champ and how these contests can be entered?
Yeah. Happy to. Sorry about my face there. I was deciding what wide receivers were still on the board, and having to pick Tyreek Hill and DJ Moore back to back gave me the stress farts. But moving past that, League Champ is doing all sorts of stuff this offseason. We're going to have contests going all year, but all you do is hop on the app, build a set of rankings, and submit them into a contest. We're going to be running them all through the offseason. We're getting into the Deviant Dynasty space, but we'll be putting out our content pretty frequently. We'll be putting out ADP, so look out for us. We'll be we put all our content on the Two Guys One Pod show, so you can find us on YouTube. Don't accidentally type in Two Girls One Cup. We have that issue all the time. But aside from that, we've been doing some great work there. We really want to enable fantasy communities to really get a lot out of this, and analysts in the space have a really hard time actually establishing themselves. Our platform gives you a way where you can actually evaluate yourself based on the numbers and show, hey, I got the best QB rankings in the industry. That's a valuable thing to have.
I like it. It gives you, if you know your stuff, it gives you a chance to test your mettle, your intelligence when it comes to these players. And we'll just tease it, but I know you got some Devy tools that you're working on too. You do a lot of work there, and our players love Devy, and we can't wait to see what you bring to that space.
Hey, we got comps on our player pages now, so feel free to take a look at them. The one that really stood out to me at the Senior Bowl, just in case you guys are wondering, a little under the radar name, deep tight end class, definitely not the top heavy one we've had with Bowers in the past couple of years, but we had Sam Roush out of Stanford out at the Senior Bowl this week. Comped in our database, Tucker Kraft and Rondé Gadsden. Perked up my antenna. Not a lot of guys in this class were actually comping to NFL players, so he looked great in practice. Great interview too. Big guitar player. He's learning Radiohead songs. He'll be posting that interview soon. But just the nicest guy. Like, cool place, and couldn't be happier to be out here.
That's cool, man. I really dig that. I envy the good time you must be having out there. I know you're making a lot of connections.
Hey, join us next year.
I appreciate you drop some pictures in our Discord for players to see what you got going on. And Sam Roush, we'll remember that name. Mr. Addison, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight to you. If you guys want to catch more of what he's got going on, scan that QR code and go and check out the socials. So good night, Eddie.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
All right, gentlemen, from War Room, we have your Discord. That's this QR code. you guys got leagues rolling out. You have a lot of players, just looking to you for guidance. You're picking up the pieces and stuff. We'll go to you, Ty. What do you look forward to this year?
Well, like I said earlier, we got startups happening every single day. More and more people coming in and producing their own leagues, which is what we want. We want to have endless amounts of opportunity for different pricing of leagues. I'm really excited for this rookie draft to happen because I think that's going to really open the floodgates for the startups.
Absolutely. And dynasty startups can be found, guys. If you're in that Discord, make sure you go and check those out. Ballsville also has dynasty startups that are going to be releasing tonight in the hub. As soon as we end this show, we're going to open up that link. They slow fill. And then as we reach 6 players paid, we push to fill them. We run a derby. We launch you guys off. Ollie, are you going to be joining any dynasty startups this year, or what are you looking forward to?
Absolutely. So we're hoping to start launching the official War Room startups maybe in the next week or so. Just doing a couple of the back end things just to make sure everything's organized and ready to go. But yeah, definitely going to be joining in on a few of them. Not too many because I don't want to grow my portfolio of leagues again like too high. I want to make it manageable this time around. But
we know what happens.
Exactly. Got to learn from the past. But excited to launch everything, and it's great seeing everybody already posting the orphans and their own startups. So it's amazing to see.
So, like I always say, around Ballsville, we have great leagues, but we don't build great leagues. We just build leagues. The players make it great, and over there in the War Room, there's a lot of great players. I think you guys are going to have a lot of success. So if you guys want to scan that QR code, jump in that Discord, come hang out with our new friends. Like you said earlier, there's always something going on there. You always have somebody to talk to, and we appreciate that, fellas. Keep up the hard work.
Thanks. Thank you.
Ethan, Chris, you have anything to say to our friends before we let them go?
It's just been great being in your Discord for the last week. Wish nothing but the best for you guys. You guys seem pretty cool. So actually, everybody in that Discord sounds pretty cool. So good luck going forward.
Thank you so much. Happy to have all of you guys in there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I was gonna say I'll definitely be staying in touch with y'all. Y'all seem like good people. It was nice to meet y'all, and I enjoyed this whole draft thing with everybody.
Yeah. I wanted to say to everybody in the community as well, I've never laughed so hard in the last couple weeks ever before on a Discord chat than I have.
The Ted Steen files.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You guys created that. That's what we're talking about. You guys created that moment. And so if you appreciate it, you got to know we appreciate it too. We appreciate you guys coming on the show tonight. Good luck with this draft. We're going to revisit it to dissect this draft later on in the off season, and we're also going to revisit it at the end of the year to let everybody know how it went and maybe some of the clips that we pulled from this episode. So good night to our War Room friends. We'll see you guys around.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, for everybody else, make sure that you enter the word Mario down in the chat. We're about to pull up this giveaway board. Ethan, you're in some of these startups and stuff. How do you like your draft boards going this year so far?
I'm a little nervous. I think I was a little. I had to take a step back because I was drafting Lamar Jackson way too much. I just like his upside. I feel like if he gets it together, I'm in 4 of the new startups. I joined the first 4 immediately. I told myself I'm going to join all 16, but I had to step back and I was like, I got to be able to manage all these leagues, and I'm joining 2 now. So I've joined the first 4. I got Lamar in 3 of them at a decent spot, but I'm a little nervous getting Lamar that early. So, I'm looking forward to the leagues though. I know pretty much everybody in the leagues, everybody's in the Discord pretty much. So, it's going to be a lot of competition, a lot of healthy trash talking. So hopefully we can get some wins in those.
And Chris, I know you appreciate the competition that we have here, and I think that's part of the reason why some of us get a little nervous during these draft boards. You think you're going to get somebody in the next round, and they go right after you because the same person's got that their eyes on that player. How's your experience been so far?
So you take experience from where you can find people getting taken, and And then the next draft, you're like, well, I'm in that spot. I can get them right there. And then they either go earlier or you could have gotten them in the next round because they're not even thinking of going there. So it's a double-edged sword. I've always said, especially last year, knowing Ballsville it just makes you so much better for your home leagues. This is like a tool sharpener for your fantasy football leagues.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said it that way because that was always the intention. There's a lot of funny stuff that goes out there in the fantasy football world, guys, and we've all witnessed it here recently. Funny trades, are people that they just look forward. They want to be big and popular, but they don't know how to, close up all those gaps that are created when people leave orphans or when rules change or when players are upset, things don't go their way. They don't know how to react. And if you're going to open up tons of leagues, you're amplifying that 20 minutes by X amount. And pretty soon you're looking at hours of work and it's not getting done. And part of Ballsville's success is because I have guys like these and our managers, Sarah and all them, that pitch in, they help with the work. And I know at the end of the day, if they're busy and something comes up and they can't hold their part, I'm there to help them. I'm there to make sure that there's a safety net down below because the leagues themselves are the priority. The podcast is here for the leagues. The mini games, the mini leagues, they're all here for the leagues. This is how we do it. We have 15 entries, guys. Last chance to enter Mario down below. 15 is going to be Deadly Ambitions, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining. We're going to go ahead and roll it. So good luck. We're going to roll this and get out of here. Twice. And this is courtesy of Chris. Thank you, Chris. So here we go. Our first one. And Chris, what made you decide to do this? You've given away, this is 8 out of 10 free entries?
Yeah, I decided to do 10 entries because I wanted to make it a cool $200 to put in the mini league safe because I plan on being in all 40 of these, so that just makes a cool 200 even.
So sitting in his hospital bed recovering, our winner first is Todd Barber. There we go. All right, one more time. Where is our draw again? Here we go. Good luck, everybody. I'm not good with the soundboard. That's what we need Sarah for. And as we get out of here, we're going to play He My Boy. He My Boy. That's his name. What's up, He My Boy? Are you in the chat? Maybe he is, maybe he's not, but he's the winner. So if you're in the chat, I'll look you up on Sleeper by this name. But if I can't find you, I'm going to need you to contact me on Sleeper with that Westflex tag, and we'll get you one of those. Oh, yeah, there he is in chat. All right, dude. Contact me on Sleeper, Westflex. Send me a DM. I'll DM you back one of these tickets, and we'll get you situated for these leagues to pop up. So pretty cool, guys.
His Sleeper is Salmu.
Oh, you just DM me, dude. It's a lot easier. All right, guys. One last thing before we get out of here. After this is over, once this posts, go into the comments, comment your sleeper name. We're going to start taking people who support the podcast after it's posted. You're going to have the first invitation to these mini leagues, and you're going to roll for a couple of free entries for that first league, so you don't even have to pay your dues. We're going to get you into the room first, roll for some more freebies, just like we're going to do next week. With that said, guys, we are out of here, and here is a little farewell promo with the Dynasty Leagues that are about to open tonight in a couple minutes. See you next time.
10, 9, 8, 7.
This is Romo Dunze, and you're listening to the Ballsville Podcast.
4, 3, 2,